hello. Wait, shit, what is my mouse doing? Why are you just moving? I mean, this is a scuffed kind of setup, so I feel like that makes sense. Yeah, hi. I'm over here. I'm already, focused on the sewing machine, because guess what we're doing today? Sewing! But first I have to cut out a lining layer for all of this, because I have decided that I'm going to put a lining layer in the top. Also, I'm a little bit underlighted. I don't know how to fix it. I wanted to fix it, and then I had a problem of finding a lining fabric, which I found, but that took up all of my time. Also, hi Zeka. Yes, I also love that picture of Amita Suman as Inej Ghafa on the set of The Taxidermist, who you see in season 2. Very exciting stuff. Also, I'm sorry that I keep wiggling this cable. That makes sound in the microphone. I'm so sorry about that. Because, I can't stop fidgeting, and it's a little bit loose, so sometimes it wiggles, and I know it makes sound, and I'm so sorry. I have made some tests, and I asked my friends whether or not, using the sewing machine is, super duper loud on stream while I am still mic'd up. And as long as I keep my mic not super close to the sewing machine, I should be fine. I'm just a little quiet, that's all. Maybe I just should speak up or just speak in the direction of the mic. That is also, an option. What sound? Hearing nothing? I mean, currently you're not hearing anything because, Or you mean this? Oh yeah, it makes a very tiny sound that I noticed, and I'm like, how dare I? Also, I kind of want to check this one, properties. This one is yeah. So I kind of want to turn that music on. Do tell me if that's too loud, because I think I could turn it down a little bit. So we have something to listen to. I can't hear that, but I would like for you to be able to hear something other than me. Also, have I said hi to you, Vita, yet? Maybe not. I'm very bad at this. The crinkle thing. Yes. Hi there. Hi, Derek. Peace out. Hi. My setup currently is consisting of a chair where there is my keyboard and my mouse on it. And I am squinting at the screen that I've turned sideways to look at the chat. Because I'm a little bit worried that, because the monitors are set up on, arms, that aren't screwed to the table, I'm a little bit scared that if I pull this monitor out, the table will break. So I'm just you stay over there. That's okay. You're okay over there. That's okay. I'm just gonna squint real hard, or I'm just gonna move but then the audio's gonna get worse. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, first of all, we gotta get on the floor. Dance party. Not really, because I technically just need to cut out more pieces of fabric. Because the fabric that I have, or first of all, the fabric that I need for this, shirt to work, okay, let's start over. This is very stretchy fabric, and it's supposed to be stretchy because it needs to be very form-fitting, and then I can get away with making smaller pieces that then form-fit to my body because it is stretchy, and it's supposed to, that's the whole point. So if I were to make a lining layer for that, it cannot be fabric that is non-stretchy. So think of jeans, canvas, and any kind of starched fabric. Even this cotton isn't really stretchy. I have my curtains up, that's why. With one hand it's kind of hard to showcase, but it is barely stretchy, but that's also because, a natural fabric sometimes but just think of canvas, the most, obvious choice, it is very, very, very hard to stretch. It does not have any give. So it would be very bad to have that as my lining layer. Also very heavy and very unnecessary, but that's besides the point. So I need something stretchy, like jersey, for example. Yeah, that's English. Because that also stretches and is very lightweight, and it doesn't take up, a whole lot of bulk in a garment like this, which should be as thin as possible. So essentially, I have one kind of fabric, one kind of jersey that is currently free and available to use. And that is, one second, this. So I scrounged about and I was like, okay, I don't really want this to be my lining layer though, because this is like the only fabric. I'm gonna lay you down for a second. If there's a sound, I'm sorry. So we have this jersey, which is very, very stretchy. It's got a good give. Not in this direction, but in this direction, because you can really pull it. So if I pull it from up here to down here, there's very little give. But such is the same in this fabric, in a specific direction. So this has very little give. It has a lot of give for fabric, but it's not a lot, because it stops at some point. But this is where the real money is at, because this is where it's stretchy, and it's supposed to be stretchy in that direction, because that's where my body goes. My body is not like long, it is wide. That's why it needs to be stretchy like this and not like this, because I don't need this to stretch up and down, I need it to stretch it sideways. So that's very important that I also line this up correctly so they stretch in the same direction, because otherwise it's stupid and I just wasted a bunch of fabric. But I'm not using this because it is kind of silly, and I want this cosplay to actually, you know, I want to like it. Whee! So what I figured out is that I do have some black fabric which would work great with this. However, technically I am already using it for a different project, which has been shelved for literally like a year, much like this one. So I feel like it is kind of free real estate, because I only need 2 meters for the project that I want it for. So I bought an extra meter of fabric, which I think should be enough for all of this. Now I need to just think about how I'm gonna make this work, because I could just cut out essentially all of these fabric pieces one by one from this fabric, or I'm gonna already sew these together and then make 2 big fabric pieces to cut out from this fabric. So I'm gonna have to think about it. I think the smartest way to go about it would be to have this all like in singular pieces, so I can just sew them together twice and then sew those on top of each other, which I'm going to show you later. This is not really a really great tutorial. There's way better tutorials out there, so I'm just kind of telling you as I'm going why I'm doing specific things, because I feel like I can, you know, show you a little bit of the sewing world, but not very much, because I'm also a horrendous teacher, because I can't speak ever. So there. We have a lot, because this is like supposed to become a dress. That's why I have just so much fabric. This is folded in half, by the way. Not lengthwise, but widthwise. So I know I'm getting like way smaller in volume, but this is how wide it is. I think this is not even like 1.5 meters. I think this is like more. I need to measure this out again, because then it might change. Wait. How wide are you? My goodness. Which sounds so judgmental, but like, how the fuck? You're not 150, are you? Because the normal width of fabric like this is 150, and it's not. You speak great. Thank you. Doubt, though. I'm gonna set you down here so you can hear me better. Wait, so here's my yardstick, which is 60 centimeters, which is kind of stupid because now I have to do math. But we have 60. You can't even see me. I'm gonna change it in a second. 60. 120. No, it is 150. It looks just so much longer than that. That's so funny. Let me turn you around because that's just stupid what I'm doing here. Okay. And that should then be 30, 28. Okay. So a little bit under 150, which is fine. Also, hello, mirror image of me. Okay. Hello. Hello. So, for the moment, also, hi, that was disgusting. There's my burn on my arm. I'm gonna just turn you around. That's where the microphone is right now. And then I'm gonna turn this there. Careful, careful. Can you see good? I think you can. Okay. We don't have the best lighting qualities because the lights up there are warm colored, so everything just looks very dark, and I'm very sorry about that. But yeah, anyways, so we're just gonna have to work with this. It's gonna get so dusty, this poor piece of fabric, but it's important that I have just all of the floor space. It's so dark over here. This is amazing. Insane, actually, but like slash neg. 1 second. Do I not have? No, I do not have. Spread eagle on this. You can't hear me very well because I'm with my back to you. Hello. 1 second. I have that. I'm gonna get my. Can I get that, or is that like completely somewhere else? My little tripod for another light, so we can actually see what I'm doing down here because it's just so dark with all of the lights. It's like technically like the brightest it's ever been in this room, but it is still not bright enough for the camera. Maybe actually, the problem is the camera settings themselves. Maybe that is the problem, because this is set for like more daytime. Hello! I'm very over lighted, but I think this should work better. Yes, wonderful. Okay. It's not the best lighting qualities, obviously, but it works. And whatever works, I'm okay with. So, we have our little fabric pieces. To make sure that I have all of my fabric pieces, and then I need my little pen, which I know I put somewhere, but where? That is the next question that I don't know the answer to. Where are you, babe? Where the fuck did I put you? Ah, up here. Yay, found it. So now I need to be careful that I'm not cutting above what I'm allowed, because I need to occupy only a meter of space, which should be okay with a 150 centimeters of other space. So that's technically 61, so that makes sense actually. Okay. 61, 100, that means 20, 19, no? 40. Hello? I know how math works. 61, 39. So I have space until up here. Ta-da, ta-da. Should I just put, I don't know, what do I put up there so I know I have to stop cutting? Okay, I mumble a lot, I'm very sorry. I'm trying to speak up a little bit so you can actually hear me. Because I mumble. I'm like Midoriya, I just mumble all the time. Okay, so this stretches in this direction, which is good, which is how it should work, actually. Let's just scooch over because the chairs are obstructing. Okay. This is great. This is fantastic. And by fantastic, I mean this is not great. I can probably just move you because I don't need that much space, because this is more than a meter already. Spread eagle on the floor. This is like my arts and crafts. Like, this is what I usually do. It's just on the floor. With more music usually, so maybe I will get myself some headphones later, but for now, we're okay. Alright. So we have part A, part B. So I can just put you here, you there. And we should be fine technically with this amount of space. Ta-da, ta-da. With like a meter of space. This should be fine, but we will have to see. So you there. Just laying them out for now just to see. So what happened there? Why is there just a straight line when there's supposed to be a curve? You know. Arts and crafts with Juno, it just looks like shit most of the time, but I'm trying my best. So, oftentimes, that's all you can do, and that's okay. So, technically this needs to also be stretchy like this, but that's so much empty space, and I don't like that. So we're gonna have to see. Okay. It's either slightly stretchy, yeah, see I have this very much lined up correctly on the initial piece, but this one doesn't like me. Alright. So much empty space I'm wasting there. God. But sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Okay. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made. Where is my line? Where did I put that? Up there. So we're fine. We're still okay. Alrighty. So we have... Yeah, no, we should be completely fine with a meter, actually. That is so fine. Okay. Technically, if we do this correctly, we can use the lower serrated line, cutoff line, as the cutoff line, so we don't need to cut a second time for straight line, because this is supposed to be straight. So I think... I mean, these aren't necessarily straight because they're supposed to curve a little bit, but... Also, I made some new discoveries about the vest, which I'm gonna have to put into my edits about the vest, pattern, because it actually ends in like a tail formation, which I think is very fascinating, because that's not how I thought it was. I thought it was like just a normal straight edge, but it's not. So I'm gonna have to change that on my initial pattern. Okay, we have you, this does not have a top or bottom, right? No. Okay. As long as I have you straight, we should be fine. There we are. Just put that foot there so it's out of my way. And I can put you there. It's just a ginormous piece with a middle cut. Okay, this is also with sewing thingy included. Sewing thingy meaning sewing allowance, sewing? Fuck. The allowance at the side that you could sew over. Oh god. Now I can't even read chat anymore. Now I need to get up to read chat. We love floor gang. We do love floor gang. You're so right. Okay. Scissors. A weapon. They are really a weapon. I don't even know if I'm allowed to show these on YouTube because they look so much like a fucking weapon. Why are you rusty? Who rusted you? What's going on? Babe. I'm so sorry. Did I neglect you too long? Apparently. My tools are crying out for help. Okay. I have heard on the interwebs that I should cut out my fabric stuffs on paper to make sure I cut straight. But, like, do I have enough paper for all of this? Maybe, actually. I'm gonna already do, like, a chop right across there, so I have a little bit less fabric trailing behind this thing as I try to cut the rest out, straightening it a little bit, so I have enough space everywhere. I think I'm just gonna go a little bit above here. Can you see me? Yes. Okay. Because that sleeve over there, which you can't see currently, my bad, is a little bit over the middle line here. So I'm gonna just see where it cut. Okay. Always so nerve-wracking to cut fabric that I spent money on. You know, this fabric is not cheap. Ever. Unless you want cheap fabric, which I don't. So, there we go. I'm gonna fold this back up so I can just put it away. Let's go. So, was in a package for so long because I just refused to open it because I was like, oh, well, then I have to take care of it. It's like, yeah. You're gonna have to actually make something with this. Also, what is poking in my leg? A pokey leg. Alright. Go. Do your thing. Oh, that's good enough. Alright. Fold it best I can so it's out of the way. Yay, look at me taking care of my sewing space. Okay. So. Should I just turn that? Okay. One sec. Could probably like put some flip chart paper under this, but I don't think I have enough left. I'm just pulling this in a way so you can see. You still can't see actually. That's very funny. Let me just scoot you on over. It's not good because you're not stable, but when is anything in my room ever stable, really? Okay. Can you see? Kind of. Alright. So, we have this. I'm gonna look if I can find my little paper for cutting. If I don't find it, we're just gonna fucking raw dog it. Well, there it is. I have, like, paper that you usually put, like, this is, like, cashier paper for, like, that you can put in, like, a machine that still prints on paper. This is what I cut most of my previous patterns on for sewing, by the way, because I'm a cheap bitch. So, now I draw my patterns on my parents' flip chart paper, so. Do I even have more? The flip chart paper? Because that's way easier to use, actually. I'm gonna check if I have more flip chart paper. Because I want it to be easy. I don't want it to be hard. Otherwise I can probably use some. Well, that's also expensive. 1 second. 1 second. 1 additional second, even. Do I have? I don't think I have. Do I have? Something like that. No, that's the wrong one. Could have sworn I had some. Ugh, Jesus. I think I have some somewhere, like big pages of paper that are very thin, so I can cut through easier. 1 second. Big paper. Tiny paper. Hello. No. I'll be right back with you. I'm just looking. Because I really want to know if I still have it, because I feel like I still do. I feel like I still have my paper. Where is my paper? Where did it go? Okay. It's a lost cause, no paper. That's so weird. I could have sworn I still had it. I don't have it back here. I'm so prepared for this stream, I swear. Where are you? I could have sworn I still had paper around here. That's like big and good. But no, I hate myself. Okay. I don't, so we're gonna have to use this. Sad. Okay. Back to business. Because we don't have all night. At some point I do want to go to sleep. So let's just, gotta get a, like, knife. I'm gonna get a knife. Can I have? Does this work? A palette knife? Yes, beautiful. Alright. Let's chat, Zane. Looking for a way to get out. Just never coming back. Never, ever. I'll leave and never come back. Come back. Okay. Alright, let's just cut this. Like, these are such thin strips. Look at this. It's tiny. It's like barely this. But, you know. Ugh. Doesn't make fucking sense. Do I go down and get some flip charts? Or am I a normal person and I just cut it out and bareback it? Don't I? Okay. A last ditch effort attempt. Don't I have more paper on this? Yeah, but like, not big paper. Small paper. I don't like small paper. I want big paper. Big paper. That's transparent film. That's not what I want. I could have sworn I still had some. What the fuck? Where did it go? I can't have used all of it. Did I? That's where the memory fun comes in. I don't know what I've used and what I haven't. Because I have no memory of anything ever. But like, where the fuck? Huh? Huh? I don't know. I don't know. I'm still looking back here because, you know, I could cut my pretty expensive watercolor paper, but I feel like I shouldn't. Even though I don't paint currently anymore. This is like thick paper. This is thinner paper. Actually, I think I might just use this because this is like really thin. Oh, wait. Makes funny sounds too. Artists, don't look at this. Don't look at this. Okay, I'm gonna cut out the initial like rough shape of this first, so I can then lay it on some paper and then make the rest happen. Okay. Snip, snip. Whoop. See, it's already moving. We don't like that. Because I keep poking the fabric like an idiot, like a noob. So I'm going to end up with a lot of paper scraps. But those I can also use. And this fabric I'm also going to use. So it's a win-win situation. All of my fabric scraps end up in a big bucket of other fabric scraps, by the way. And either I use the very, very small scraps to stuff like little needle pillows or something, or anything that has needs stuffing, or out of the biggest pieces I make other things, smaller things, like the cutoffs and stuff. So I'm trying to be like, to leave as much space on these as I can, to make them, this pieces as big as I can, so I can still do something with these, right? Okay. I need to move here. That's a good spot, I think, to cut in a different direction. I'm messing these cuts up so much. Good that I'm not cutting this, the final edge. There's gonna be more edge. We're gonna be way edgier, don't worry. This is why I want to try the paper method, to see if I can make this look better. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Keep poking the fabric. Stop poking the fabric. These are sharp scissors. They don't like that. Okay. There. More fabric. Okay. Because if I do this with the lining layer, not only am I hiding the inner seams, I also have easier access to make the leather edges happen, because this has a leather edge all around the garment, all about like the collar, the sleeves, inner and outer sleeves, and most likely also the bottom of the shirt itself. So making 2 layers where I can sandwich that in between is actually kind of a smarter idea than trying to sew it on top somehow, which just makes the entire thing look super goofy and very bad. So I've tried that with the last one, and then I just kind of fabric painted the edges on to make it look like it has that edge, but it doesn't, and it was very frustrating for me to have that. I also never managed to put the zipper in because it kept like rolling off my back in a very weird way. So we're gonna see if I can make that happen as well. Anything I can do is, you know, it's appreciated if I can. Let's go. Okay, so we have our singular pieces, and I'm just gonna roll you over here. And I'm gonna roll you over there, and then we're gonna start with this one. No, that's a scary piece. We don't want to start with you. We want to start with an easy piece, which fits on one of these paper thingies. Okay, you can see, that's great. Let's put you on this, preferably in a way where you don't move. And then, okay, it doesn't really fit entirely because this is where the paper ends and that's where the fabric ends, but it's okay. So, bottom tier thingy can just, because it's a little bit like across. Probably use wrapping paper as well for this, but well, I don't have wrapping paper. And also technically baking paper, I think, but I don't have that either. At least not in a huge capacity. So let's just use this. Let's see, because I'm cutting both the fabric and the paper. It just keeps rolling up. It's like, yay, you're taking care of yourself. That's great. Okay. I don't think it works with like this kind of thick paper, actually. So this might be a lost cause either way. But we're still giving it our best shot. So there's that. Okay. Yeah, the edges still look like a toddler made them, so I might not do that because it might just make the whole endeavor worse. Okay, yeah, no, I think I'm way steadier like this. I think, either way, we're gonna see. Ta-dum, 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 ta-dum. Let's see. And it's not like I'm making this for like haute couture, fashion week or something. I'm making this for myself as a cosplay. I'm allowed to have this be a little wonky. Last time with my wonkiest fit of the bunch, the actress I was cosplaying as, well, not the actress, I wasn't cosplaying the actress, I was cosplaying her character. She also was like, oh, if that was hanging in my trailer, I wouldn't question it. I would just put it on and be like, yep, doing a scene. And that was, I think, the greatest compliment I've gotten so far for one of my handmade cosplays, which there is like one of. I mean, there's multiple actually. I have a few, but like I haven't necessarily been like complimented about them. So this is like, I felt like close to crying, I think, which, you know, happens. But yeah, second piece to cut out. Yippee. Okay. Put. feeling? Okay. It's kind of stupid that I have the pot that I need just on the table where I can't reach it while I'm cutting. How dare I? Okay. Let's move this one over. I think the lining layer might be my smartest idea yet. And I had it like a while ago, so like it's not like it's a recent one. So I've just been kind of smart this whole time, but like, you know, we're learning about sewing, because like I'm not a seamstress, right? Like I do this for fun. I know a few things, sure, and maybe I also have a little bit of talent, who knows. But mainly I just learned this in school, not the fabric cutting specifically. That I learned at my 2-week internship. A little bit at least. But I learned how to use a sewing machine in school, and then kind of went from there, and I got into it. Like I got into it again during the pandemic. When it was starting, I was just hunkered downstairs. Well, I wasn't even like living here at all. I was like just kind of using the downstairs areas as my little like office space essentially, and started working on that. Also, I'm gonna put my iPad up because I just legitimately can't read chat. So I'm just gonna pull on the stream on my iPad where I'm still drawing actually, but there's YouTube's. There. I'm just gonna put this here so I can read chat. Because I can't read chat. I can only see that Rita is typing, but that's about it. Okay. Good. Wonderful. You don't use internet. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm subscribed. That's cool. Yeah. Live chat, and I want all of the messages, please. Thank you. Yay. She's never coming back. No. Doing good work? Thank you. Thank you, Rita. It's like, oh, what are you typing? Because like, I can't see. Like, I can see the smileys, and I can be like, if I really, really, really look, I can maybe discern some, but they're so tiny, and I'm looking at a bright light, so that's my excuse. That's my excuse. Can I just look at chat? But no. Okay. I wish I could just look at chat, actually. Maybe that works. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. XG. Yes. Fair. Okay. So, I hope you can, like, is the audio okay, or should I get the microphone closer to me? Actually. Because, like, I'm speaking loudly, but it's also, like, you're all the way over there. So I might, okay. I'm just gonna rearrange this. Whoop. Gonna move this over where my shoes are. So you don't need to see the corner of the chair, actually. Okay, move that over. How much cable do I have available to me right now? Not a lot. Let's make that a little bit more. There we go. Hi. I'm closer to you again. Where do I put you? Where do I put you in the fabric thing? Can you read this better? Yes, I can. But now you're on the floor. Now you're right here. So I can also read you on the floor. So that's okay. Wait. Do I just... I think I'm just going to put you on this chair. I think that works better. So many cables everywhere, Jesus. Okay, move. There. Okay, I'm gonna put you right there. Hopefully you don't roll off into, you know... I was about to say the Netherlands, so I was like, where the fuck would they go there? That's not so close, but okay. Anyways. That moved. I don't like that. Don't move. Don't move! How dare you! You're not allowed to move. You're not supposed to move either. Okay. So, iron it with my hands. I don't think it's that crinkled, so it should be okay. By a corner of chair. No more corner of chair. Only leg. It is so hot in this room, by the way. Like, me wearing pants right now is only for stream. Because, like, it is just that hot in this room that I would rather not wear pants. But I need to because, you know, not copyright, what? Just generally, like, I don't want to get banned from the fight. Well, I wouldn't, because if I wear shorts, you know, that's just me. Leg. Lovely. We love the leg. I think I'm also not gonna need to draw on. So realize that I'm just not using the white gel pen that I took so long to look for. But I'm gonna use that for the sewing allowance. Okay. Come here. Turn around. I think the longer I go without listening to music while I'm doing this, the more insane I'm gonna get. So, be prepared. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. There's a little rat tail that's left. Okay. Stream mandated pants. Unfortunately, yeah. Also, I'm hungry. But that's gonna have to wait until I'm done. Can I turn you? Yes. Turn around. Okay. I'm like cornering myself back here. This is not good. Let's just move you here, because like you're already cut out. You're allowed to just kind of be over there. So let's just, that's fine, right? I can just pull you back in. This is not like super exciting content, but like it is mandatory content that needs to happen before other exciting things happen. So deal with it, essentially. Because like I can't fathom, like the entire motivation of these streams is kind of to just get me working on stuff, because otherwise I have this like, oh no, like if I start sewing on this project I can't do streams because I can't do like a 7-day week of streams and also you know, sew an entire cosplay in the span of a month. Like I can't do that, so I need to kind of combine it with streaming so I don't feel guilty about not streaming or guilty about not working on this cosplay. Wherein the guilt of not making the cosplay now has sort of a monetary like deadline, essentially. Like I spend a lot of money on the con, which like that is on me, but that also means, I mean, I saved up. Like I'm fine. Like it's fine. It's not like I'm like broke now. Obviously I'm broke a normal amount because I work a very, you know, in Germany a very low paying job, but technically I'm totally fine. Like I saved up, I'm doing financially relatively stable for my situation. So I'm not like I'm okay. Don't worry about it. But that means I can, which is not healthy, by the way, but I can kind of guilt myself into working on it because I've spent so much money on it. Because that might be the last time we see this cast in this context at a con near me. So I went all out and was like, okay, I'm going to get a picture with all of the cast members. I'm going to get an autograph of all of the cast members that are present. And I want to be in full Inej cosplay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting my Inej cosplay together. Because that's my favorite character from the show and from the books. So I'm just kind of fulfilling that because it's been like years and I'm still not done. Well, it's been, no wait, yeah, it's been like 2 years actually. Not even lying, that's just fully 2 years. Well, not lying, but exaggerating. Whee! It has been years, plural. 2. Oh, come on. Does not have the prettiest edges, but they're going to be hidden and cut off anyway, so it's fine. Hadu. There you go. Looks very funny because it's so dark. Alright, now the backside, which is the biggest piece, but it's not necessarily the biggest piece because there's actually 2. Because that's where the zipper goes. Because there's actually a zipper on there. I looked at every single frame of this costume. There's a zipper. I think that's very funny because, like, oh my god, you have zippers in this fantasy world. But yeah, an invisible zipper for the back of the shirt, which has caused me a lot of pain because sewing an invisible zipper is a pain in the ass, by the way. We're gonna see that resurface maybe even today if I'm sewing all of this together today. We'll see. I might be able to. I hope I can because I would love to cross this off my list, honestly. Let me just cut straight down the middle. Very focused. Okay. Go to the side. Let's go to the side. Let's go get away. There we go. Because you need a specific, like, sewing foot. Like, on your sewing machine, there's, like, different, like, little insets that you can do and sew different things with. And there's a specific invisible zippers thing that I might also need to look at a tutorial again for, because I still haven't learned, necessarily. Like, I still need to look at a tutorial for the invisible zipper, because there's a spider on that paddock. Are you just coming towards me? Away! Do you want to be smashed? Because I will. I swear to God, away! It's coming towards me. It's like, it's a tiny dot, but it's like one of the big ones I don't like. Buddy! What is your problem? Just get away from me. Or do you want to actually be stomped? Because I can make that happen. He's just down there, and I don't like him. So, just look away. I'm just going to smash it, because I don't have a glass or anything. So I'm just going to... Which book do you want to be smashed by? Actually, I'm going to just get out my Harry Potter books, because that's just prime spider smashing stuff. Spider violence. I'm so sorry. Okay. It is not the one where they find the spiders in, because I was looking for it very fast. Okay. Smear you on the wall. And then you go back in the shelf where you belong. Bye. It was its fault for showing up. Sorry. Where did I put my scissors? I know you're wearing it once, even though it's a commission? It's not a commission. This is mine. This is not for someone else. This is just me, my own thing. He's admiring your work. He's not. That is a targeted attack. Spiders are attracted to vibrations, right? Oh, I thought they were, they go away from vibrations, because that means there's big stompy people going on. You'll never forget you, spider. A moment of silence for your fallen brother. You are brothers with spiders? Get out. No brethren of spiders allowed in my chat. No brethren of spiders ever. If they're away from me, they're allowed to exist, but if they get into my space and walk towards me, that is a death sentence for them. That's not my problem. They started it. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. They started it. Period. Oh, why did I think it was a commission then? Because I said there was a monetary deadline, which then sounds like I'm getting paid for this, which I'm not. I'm paying money to wear this, essentially. But yeah, I'm making this for myself. It's specific to my measurements, not anyone else's. So yeah, this is just for me. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Okay. Cutting out curves is a pain. Lol. Yeah. Lol, lol. I will of course send pictures from the con, select ones, when I was there, because like I might not go next year because I don't have that many vacation days. I need to balance them out over the year better. So this might be my last con visit for the next year and a half, maybe? We'll see. Year and a half, 2 years, we'll see. It's like a select group of friends also that I technically only see at that con, but I need to prioritize a little bit with my very, very, very few vacation days that I'm gonna spend on Scotland. So it's, you know, not the best, not the worst, but what can I do? I'm just a lowly apprentice. I can't do anything about my situation. So I can't just demand more vacation days. What do I bring to the table? Lowly paid work and being overused as an employee? Why would I deserve more vacation days? Well, anyways, this is a very funny way to sit, I know, but this is how we get shit done. So, we shall get shitteth doneth. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. Okay. Last strip, and then I'm gonna find where I put the gel pen. There we are. And then we're gonna turn these all around. They're full of dust, like I said. And then we're gonna figure out how much seam allowance I gave. And put out my yardstick, which I have right here. It's also clear and see-through, which is fun. And I think I gave, what, 2 of these? 1.5? 3 of these. Right? Yeah. 3 of these. Please do not curl up. Thank you. Hungy. Oh. Need to make sure that I don't. God. Okay. Oh. No, this should be correct, right? That is. Yeah, I'm trying to like think 3-dimensionally. It's like, okay, if I put my seam allowance drawn on this side, doesn't that mean that that's gonna be the wrong side? It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. We're fine. Okay, this keeps snagging the fabric. I'm being very careful. You can't even see what I'm doing here because it's just so faint and the camera does not have enough contrast for that. And I also can't zoom in that much. So you're just kind of seeing the big picture at all times. And not the small details. I'm sorry. This is not an edited video, this is just live. So I can guilt myself into actually working on this project. Okay. I have to do the curves by hand, I can't draw them with my ruler, of course. Ta-da, ta-da. There you are. So, ta-da. We have more done here, just a little bit, okay. Barely more. It's just because I have this, that. Why do you seem like you're so much shorter than this? Well, that's okay. As long as you're not missing from up here. But that should be okay. Come on, draw. It's kind of the issue with using gel pens on fabric is that they dry out really quickly because the fabric absorbs all of the ink from the gel pen, but it is the only thing that I like using for like these kinds of fabrics, because especially because they're like dark and the chalk often rubs off way too quickly before I can actually start using the fabric pieces and cutting them out. So this is, for me, a worthwhile alternative, and it technically does wash out more than the chalk, because I only have colored chalk, and that colored chalk is blue and red, and those don't wash out very nicely. Good God. We're back. Okay. That just did nothing. Lovely. Okay, do that again. Line it up, line it up. And then we do doodaloo. Love that my hands just do farting noises across the ground. It's like, yes, this is definitely what I wanted. Da, da, da. To make people think I just fart all the time. Nope, it is just my hand. Well, that's not a farting sound, but you get what I mean. Does noises. Okay, so we have that one. Beside you go, and then oh fuck, and then ah fuck. Yes, truly. Drawing in the seam allowance is for me very important, so I don't forget about it. So this is a very important step. Okay. Need like a posture corrector. I sit like a shrimp, like a little goblin on the floor, and then I ruin my back very badly. It's my own fault, really. Ta-da, ta-da. See, I'm doing it again. Just need to be close to my works. Can't be away. I'll get sad. Okay. Give me some power. Give me some more ink. Okay. Ta-da. There. And then that way. Yeah. Damn, man, I'm really good at guesstimating where the seam allowance on the lower part is, so I can line it up correctly. There. Ugh, just a handful of parts still left. You know, this is just kind of like a chill and work with me kind of streams where I just yap at you about sewing, and you can just kind of put me in the background and do whatever you want. It's just essentially just making me work, because if I don't stream and work, I feel very useless. Like, if I can't multitask my way through this life, what am I even doing with my life? So, here we are. making sure I finish this in time, while also maintaining, you know, a decent streamer schedule, even though these streams probably interest only like a handful of you guys, but it's important to me, so here we are. And maybe for other people it might be interesting to see. Maybe people that I meet at the con, I can be like, hey, do you want to see how I made this? Here's a stream. So if you are from the MagicCon of 2024, or, well, no, you wouldn't be from 2023 because I didn't have this planned either, but if you are from the MagicCon 2024 in Bonn, and I told you to watch this, or told you I have this and you can watch it, because I would never tell anyone to watch anything that I make. It's your own choice. But if you're from there, hello. Thank you for watching this VOD. So, just for you. Thank you for being here. But, you know, I'm also very happy about the other people being here. Of course. Of course. Okay, 3 more pieces to go. We're doing okay. We're getting there. I'm shrimpening. Ah, don't move. My pattern pieces keep moving. Don't like it. Okay. I mean, it might end up being that I can't, like, I still can't get the zipper in, so I'm just gonna have to, like, close it. But then it's gonna be also fine because it is stretchy enough, so I wouldn't have an issue with it. Either way. Come on. Because that's what I did with my old one. I did not put a zipper in because I got so frustrated with the zipper not really working out that I just sewed it shut, which is also an option. But I want it to be like as like series, like screen accurate as I can possibly get it, which means zipper. I wish I could just ask the actress, but I was too shy. Like, hey, what does your costume look like? Because, you know, they've also got like shit to do, right? There was a queue. I can't just stand there and ask her endless questions that she might not even know the answer to, because I hardly think the actors themselves care about how exactly the cosplay, like the costume is made, because they act. They don't make clothes necessarily. So I don't think they wonder like I wonder, because I always wonder. It's one of my big things. I wonder. Okay. We're getting there. Love getting consistent ink lines. Thank you. I don't even have one here. Damn. I gotta put a seam line in there. It's a little wonky, but just so I know where I'm allowed to sew and where I'm not. Okay. Now to the 2 whittle pieces. The whittle pieces. Because essentially, like, I have a centimeter, which is a whole lot more than you technically need for a sewing allowance. A sewer allowance. Like, you technically need like half of that maybe, but I like to be a little bit thorough and leave myself more space than I need, because you can always go smaller, you can't go bigger. Once you've cut it, it's cut. So if you go a little bit bigger and then move your way inwards, it's often a way better bet than accidentally cutting it out too small. So if you're worried, always go a size bigger and then move down, because that's way more easy to fix. Pro tip. Not that I ever stumble across this, because I'm usually such a scaredy cat with my fabrics. and misusing them, that I always make it bigger first and then move down. I mean, okay, I did move into that one when I made my R900 jacket because the sleeves are a little bit too small, but that's just because I never made a jacket with sleeves before. So, you know, practice makes you better. Perfection is a lie, by the way. Perfection will never happen. That's a myth. It's not a lie, it's just a myth. Whatever will be the funniest things just kind of pop into my head at times. There we go. Last piece. Look at us just shooting ahead at this sewing thing. Okay. So. Which means we're gonna move up in the world and start sewing these pieces together. Which is gonna be scary for me. A little bit. I mean, I'm not super scared of it. I'm just a little scared. Okay. This means my back hurts. That's what that means. Alrighty. I'm gonna knock all my bones off. I'm gonna move this off the table, which you can't see, but that's my fan. My biggest fan on the table. Okay, I'm gonna move you. Hi. We're back. Move you here. Hello. And then I'm gonna move my bucket. And then I'm gonna move the camera. Hello. Over here. Right? Look, backdrops. Alright, I think from here on I can actually read the chat. So, I'm just gonna shut that off and put that to the side. Alright, so, now we're here. Crazy how that happens. So what we're now gonna do, this is my OG, which just looks like a mess on the inside. So that's what we're trying to avoid this time. So this is the back, by the way. I just sewed it up. Okay. Zigzag is technically the best bet for this, but we'll see. We will see. Okay, so what we're essentially now gonna do is separating the liner from my initial fabric pieces. Ta-da! So I have my two piles of fabric pieces. There. Alright. So this is the liner, and this is the actual thing that you see on the outside. We're gonna separately sew them together. I'm gonna put you, I don't know, on my bag over here. Let's do that. There you are. So, I'm gonna rethread my machine because I have the gray up top, but I also can't even see that. Should I just move you closer? I can do that probably, right? Okay, just move off all of this from my little desk, which is also just a side table. God, I just have so much shit everywhere. Okay, you move there, you move here. That should work, right? It's just a painkiller there. Do I? No, I actually can't because the cable's too short. That can't be, right? No, it is actually correct. That is actually how that works. Okay, I'm gonna move you as close as I can, but that's about as much as you can go. This is as close as you can get to the machine. But this is like not a tutorial for this machine, but I'm switching out the little compartment down here, which has thread on it. My little hidden compartment. Do I have any more gray thread in here? Yes. I'm so prepared. I think this is also my zipper, my invisible zipper foot, or is it that one? Maybe it's a free foot. I'm gonna need you to look at that when the time comes. But right now, the time has not yet come, so close. All right. There are you. Is that? Yeah, that's that thread. Okay, let's just put that down here. I'm gonna put you. Well, like this. This machine has a very specific way of threading the thing, so I'm just trying to be careful that I don't thread it wrong. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna retrieve my string with the hand wheel. Ta-da. I'm gonna pull it out. Come on. Are you fine? Are you okay? Do I need to pull you out of there? Maybe. Alright. That's the pedal that I need. Where's my little thingy? There you are. Usually just use a knife for this, but pliers are the closest thing I have. So here we are. There we are. There we are. Pliers to the help. Move you. Okay, so I should put it on. LED on. This is a little concerning, but that's okay. Okay, wires will fabric. Okay. Now I need to decide where I start, because technically I should start with the middle panels to make the middle front, make the front panels into one, because this back piece is technically a standalone. So is the other back piece. This is the middle one. It's the side one, and this is the other back panel. So those get sewn together separately to the sides of this middle piece. So this middle piece is what we start with initially. So this is cut on a curve, so it becomes more form-fitting and fits my boobs better. That's why it's that way. That's why it's curved. So essentially I'm gonna put you here, and then we're gonna sew you together. Okay. It's gonna get interesting because I don't know if this is gonna actually work. Well, I mean, I know it's gonna work, but I hope it just fits correctly. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm gonna do some test strips first to make sure I have this correct. I should probably also have some test strips. The actual fabric that I'm gonna sew on, so I sew it correctly. Get another scrap to sew them together and make sure that this is all okay. All right. Let's make it this way. Because last time. Okay, let's just see, because technically the best way to go about stretchy fabric is like a zigzag, because that stretches better, but I have it currently set to a medium-sized straight stitch. There we are. Let's see. I just want to see how sturdy that one is. Okay. Should technically work as well. Yeah, that holds. So it still stretches a decent amount. Shouldn't break necessarily. Can cut it and see. Come here. Okay. Cutting it apart to stress test specifically this little area that I just sewed together. Just this little area. So I can stress test it like this. what should work. And I'm gonna stress test it like this. Because this is where I'm like worried that it will break this way, but it seems to be holding on quite well. Because usually like in very cheaply made fabrics, like clothes, if you tear it like this, the strings are gonna break, which we don't want. So this should be fine. Right. Specifically just pulling them up. Yeah, no, we should be okay. Alright. So, I don't think I'm gonna use needles on this. Because in my internship they said I shouldn't use little needles for this. So I'm not gonna. Okay, so. This is where it's supposed to go. Let me just figure this one out real quick because I laid it down wrong. Okay, to make sure that this is correct in this way. Yeah, okay, so almost sold it to the wrong side. The fabled sewing machine. Yeah. We saw it at the beginning and now we're seeing it again. Okay, let's line this up best we can. If everything goes well, this should match up with the bottom there. Yeah, okay. Let's just try not to sew this to any other part. You're already trying to escape me. How dare. Please stay right there. Put you down. You down. So you can't escape. Ta-da. Okay. Please do not break my string. So it's gonna get loud. So turn down the stream if you don't like these kinds of noises. But it should be fine. I tested it with my friends. They said it was okay. So now let's just quit and it's, yeah. Just thinking about how the pattern works in my brain just to make sure that I'm not sewing this on incorrectly. Because I don't have like a guide. I don't have like a list of things. Like I'm just have to think, which way does it go? Three-dimensional thinking in my brain. Okay, now let's see. Just very carefully, just line it up with the other fabric so it doesn't snatch or snag. Ta-da! It's a very fast machine, so I have to be very careful not to sew too fast. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm gonna put you there. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna be quiet for a moment to sew this. So I'll be right back with more comments maybe. Should be all okay. Just very focused sewing so I don't mess this up. little bit nervous about how small these are, so I might just go up just a little. It just worries me a little bit. That's why I'm like changing stitch width in the middle of a project is also like but like this is the first line. If I don't like it, I can just cut it up again. Yeah, I like this a lot more. Okay, this makes you feel more at ease. Okay, stuffing all of this back into this back into the machine. Going into straight line territory, and we're looking good. By straight line territory, I mean it's no longer curved. Here we might even be a little bit longer than anticipated, but that's okay. We can just cut the excess off once I figure out that there isn't. Once I figure out that there's no overlap anywhere else, so I can just cut off the excess, because sometimes like I don't realize how three-dimensional shapes work. That's all. Okay, getting a little bit off here. I don't like that. So let's go back on track, please. But like minimally. All right, these stay. First line of sewing done. Let me just stress test this a little bit. But yeah, this is now together. See, there's a little bit of an overhang because I miscalculated how much I would need of this fabric, but I can just like cut this off. That's okay. But look at this smooth ass sleeve line. There's like barely any overlap. I'm so proud of myself. Yep, I already read that. Okay. Just making sure I'm not, like, missing any chat. This looks so huge, but it's gonna, like... It's gonna fit quite nicely. See? Like, if... Like, this fits now very nicely over where my boobs are. So this is where it's gonna be. So this is, you know, we're beginning to see the form of a shirt happen. So we're gonna do the other side now. Ta-da! It's gonna be the same thing with like a little bit of overhang, so we have some more strips to do whatever the fuck we want with later. Okay, let's just make sure we are a family. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, good side to good side. And we will sew. God, I'm really getting hungry. Okie dokie. Alright. Should have probably eaten something solid before this, but now we're in the middle of it, so I can't. Okay. It's gonna get a little bit more tricky when I'm working with the jersey, because the jersey likes to be... Because this is more sturdy, right? The jersey is not very sturdy. So it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle to get the jersey to stay together. But we're gonna work it out, I'm sure. Okay. There we are. Gonna correctly. Then I'm gonna go forward, backward, forward, and then it's locked in so it doesn't, like, the string doesn't pull out again. Okay. I always have to look because the string is like the color of the needle, and I'm like always paranoid from my old machine that the string just breaks in the middle of it and I don't notice. So I always look. I'm always like, are you still there? But it's still there. I would have heard a big like ripping sound if not. Okay. Moving on. I think I'm giving the sides a little bit like uneven sewing allowance, but that's okay. As long as it works out in the end, it's okay. And as long as it isn't too little. Oh my god, hi, Cosplay stream. Yeah, hello Cloud! How are the vibes? I personally always experience a lot of rage when I sew. Well, I'm doing okay for now. Like, I'm chill. All I am is hungry because I haven't eaten before this and it was a mistake. But we're doing okay so far. I have cut out the initial pieces. We're also doing a lining layer. I'm first sewing together the pieces of the outside shirt, and then we're gonna put together the inside shirt, and then we're gonna sew them together at the end. Let's hope I can make all of that happen in one stream. But the vibes are good. Currently just kind of tired and chill and doing generally okay. Maybe I should get like my salt sticks over here so I have some snackies to snack on. Right. This, not that. Let's just, you know, snacks. So I don't starve. You know. Okay. But I can tell you, with my old machine, there was a lot of rage and frustration. Ooh, nice. Except for the hungry part. Please get snack. I have snack. I've got snack. I also could get some bananas and apples from downstairs. But I don't want to cut up apples and bananas right now. So I'm not gonna. But maybe later. Maybe later I'll get some vitamins. Finally. Lord knows I'm under-vitaminized. I'm vitamin deficient. What vitamin? All of them. As you can maybe see at my snack, you know, the snack table. Ta-da! Please, don't stretch it too much because that's not gonna work. Okay, is that, no, it's still the same length of overhang. It's like, did that just get bigger? No, not necessarily. Ta. Put it. Hey. That's just the thing, like, bopping up there. Like, I still get very paranoid about the string breaking. Alright. Now up and out you go. And there's a little knife at the edge of this, which is very nice and very, very convenient for me. My prayers have been heard. You got a snack. Any snacks better than no snacks? I won't judge the vitamin deficiency at all. That's gay. That's gay. That's great. I wanted to say. Okay. Look at that. Shirt. We're done. But yeah, this is the front of it. I also made it way longer than the initial one. We're gonna cut off a little bit and the sleeves are gonna sit differently, but it's way longer than the initial one. Where is my initial one so I can show you the difference in length? Because of just, this one barely went and tucked into my pants at all, and I like to have it tucked in because that's how the actress wears it. But essentially, like, can even like fold it up, you can see how much longer this is. Like, so much longer. And like that's not the final length, of course. Like, it's gonna get shorter in places, especially down there. Like, there's gonna be maybe like a hand's width more length in this one, like that much, maybe. But like, it is way longer on purpose because I learn from my mistakes sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these little overhangs off because I was just kind of scared that it wouldn't fit, and then I would have it to be too short, and that would suck. So now we're cutting off the excess because that's something we like to do. Oh my god, a whole shirt? Yeah. We're also gonna make a shirt and also a vest out of fucking leather. Fake leather. Because it's like turquoise leather, so I was like, if I get actual leather, I will go broke. Don't cut into my pants. I like these pants. Please don't cut into my pants. There we go. Offshoots away. Later I'm gonna trim these, and then I'm gonna open them up. Like, by opening them up, I mean I'm gonna iron them open. I have my iron board somewhere. I'm gonna trim these first, and then I'm gonna iron them open so they will lay flat against the lining layer. So we have the front, so now we should technically add the sides of it, right? Should we add the sides yet? Technically, yeah, because I need to add, yeah, we should add the sides now. So it just becomes like a long ass thing. Right? Yeah. No, wait. Should I think maybe first attach the top parts of this so I can just flap them over. Let me just quickly put this on the floor and visualize this before I do anything, because I forgot the order of things, as per usual. Let me just see. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just put the sleeves together first. Funny that they're so large when they're not supposed to be this large. Looks very funny. Need to look at the initial cert again to see how I solved that here. Yeah, this needs to be way shorter. Smaller. Even a shirt that isn't just straight seams, complicated seams. Very complicated seams. And even like, this shirt pattern doesn't exist anywhere. I made it from scratch, by the way. You know this, I think I told you this. Like, all of these pattern pieces, I just kind of like, it's like, okay, so I'm gonna need to do this. So this is just, I looked at the costume on screen and then I made a paper reference. Paper pattern. Okay, so I'm gonna need to just trim these. Okay, that should be easy enough. It's just hitting my plush toys over there. I'm gonna scissor these a little. A tiny bit. Okay, I'm gonna have a little cut. Wherever they're at, so I can just calmly cut a triangle out of this. Over here as well. You can't even see me, I'm so sorry. Just making sure I have the right sleeve, like, width for this. I'm also mumbling again, sorry. I'm just making sure that I have the right sleeve width so the sleeves don't look very wonky. There we go. They will probably look wonky either way because I made them, but that's, you know, because they're made with love. I'm gonna poke someone's eye out with these scissors one day. Jesus. Probably my own, knowing me. Okay, so we have the trimmed... God, my back. Trimmed pieces. Now I need to figure out which way you go. This is... not the right piece. Need you for this side. So... let's just start with this. They're still not matching up correctly, but you know, close enough. Close enough. Alright. Can still trim them later. Alright, so I've matched up the sleeves at the top part together. Now I'm going to sew them over, which is going to be an affair of like 10 seconds. Not even. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Down, boy. Pedal out. 3 stitches. Ta. There you go. Alright. Sleeve number 1. And I also kind of want to attach, see, because then I have this and then I can just attach the sides and then we have, eventually we'll have a shirt. And I'm gonna see, because this is like fitting very loosely right now, so we're gonna have to see how much space I have to overlap, because I might need to have like a very, you know, the back pieces may be a little bit too large, but we're gonna have to see, because I also need to insert the invisible zipper, right? We need to think about that. Or I might also just make this without the zipper initially, because the zipper was like the problem child, but at the other one. So I might just not do that. I might just forego the zipper entirely, because that's such an endeavor, and this works already as just like a slip-on shirt. So I might just do that to spare me the absolute fucking effort of attaching a fucking zipper, because zippers, especially invisible zippers, are such a pain, and it made like my whole back just go woo, because the zipper kept like trying to protrude out of my shirt. So I think to make it easier for everyone, I think I'm just gonna make it one shirt that has no, how do you say it? Fuck. That has no zipper. Just one shirt. No zipper. Which then means I attach these for nothing, but the back seam will be accurate, because I just saw something move. I think it was just my arm. But essentially, the back zipper will still be, well, the back seam will still be accurate, because there is a seam at her back. It just will not include a zipper. It will just be a seam, so it looks like the on-screen version, it just will not have a zipper. Oh, looking cool, Juno. Thank you! I actually look a mess, but I appreciate it. Okay. I need to go right sides together again. Where is my right side? Where are you? There you are. Yay! Put together. I hope this is correct, right? Yeah. Haha. Is it correct? It is. Crazy. Alright. Right sides together. You match up correctly. Fascinating. Okay. So this entire glob of just millions of miles of fabric. Lovely. Okay, just make sure this is aligned correctly. Relatively in the middle, because that's where it needs to go. Okay. Put that down. There we go. Hold it so it doesn't get swallowed by the machine. And then we go lay this on top of each other. Yes. Good. Haha, see? Now, this is the time where I lost the top thread, for example. So, I'm gonna have to pull this one out again. I lost the top thread. I lost it. Why? Why did I lose you? What's going on, huh? Am I being such a bitch? Sometimes like the tension is off and wrong, but it shouldn't be, because it's worked so far. Why shouldn't it work now? Lick. Put, come on. Through the needle hole, I believe in you, come on. You're doing so good. There you are. Hello. So, I'm gonna try that again. Now this time we're gonna pull through, please. I beg. Just a little. The amount of time attached the right side to the not right side. Oh, that is so fair. I was triple, double, triple, million check, but I get you so much. God. There we go. The last bit of thread just pulled out. There we go. Alright. Now, put on. Hello? Okay. That's fine. Okay, I was just worried that it wasn't attached correctly, but it is. That's okay. There we go. See, you're fine. Alright. Now we have, 1 second. Until I get this all sorted. We have a shirt, essentially. Now I just need to figure out where. See, this one even also has overshoots. That's crazy. Okay. I mean, technically I could attach the sides as I want, and then the only thing that's, like, missing is, well, I think I'd do the back first before I'd attach the sides. I think that's a smart idea. No, wait. No. Sides first. No. Fuck. One second. I might have done this wrong because I'm doing a lining layer. In a lining layer, usually you do not attach the sleeves at, like, early. Well, that's on me because I don't usually do lining layers, so I forget. That's on me. Okay, so if I touch this, because then I will have to sew in a circle, which I don't like to do. So I'm gonna open up the sleeve thingies, and then, like, the top part, and then I'm gonna sew down the sides, and then we should be okay, actually. No, not the top thread. The top thread, it left me, yeah. Sometimes it does that. Okay. Come here. But, you know, we're allowed to make mistakes all the time. It's okay. Especially if they're very easily fixable. I need to just open up my threads. But that should be fine. Look at that. I just need to make sure I don't fucking poke a hole into my fabric, because that would be unfortunate. I don't want no holes in my fabric. Okay. Open up, says me. Ta-ta. It's quiet, focused opening of threads. I'm a great streamer, I swear. I yap all the time. Just when I'm sewing, I'm usually very focused and I just don't talk. So this is essentially just like a chill stream. This is not a stream where I talk much. But I feel like I'm obligated to talk at least a little bit about it, because otherwise it gets boring. I'm just sitting here sewing. Because, like, I'm not lo-fi girl. I will still talk to you. Just not as much as I would on a normal stream. Chink. There you are. Last bit. Then we're gonna pull out all of the thread so we don't get tangled up with a new thread later. Clean it up. Clean up this side as well, and then we're gonna do the other one. But I'm glad that I noticed this now and not later, because that would have also just been a hassle to deal with, so. It's fine, we're fine. Sometimes that little mishaps happen and then we fix them. Happy little accidents. It's fine. We're fine. I mostly tell that to myself because I love to panic about things like this. Da, 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 da. I wonder if I can like attach the microphone to this table, because I could probably. It was gonna be much louder with the sewing machine, so I don't know if I should. Right. Ta-da, ta-da. Don't like to do it that way, because I have always like the fear that it's just gonna rip open my fabric, because that's what I accidentally did with my last one. I had just holes everywhere because my seam ripper was just pulling holes through everything. No, you are becoming lo-fi girl now. The transformation has begun. There's no going back. Even the framing of the camera here is almost right. Right? Juno lo-fi girl. That would be something. I don't have time to draw it though, unfortunately. I barely have time to draw my own schedule art, because that's also still in the works. Usually I'm done with it on Sunday, but because I started late, it's not done yet, and it probably won't be until tomorrow morning at this point, because I think after this I'm just going straight to bed, because I'm EP. Okay. Now, one by one, I'm just going to attach the sides. Done ripping the seams open. Yay. Exit kit for tricky moments. Alright. So, that's that. That means this attaches here, right? Yes. No? Yes. No. 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 That doesn't attach there. What do you mean? No, needs to be right sides together. It's not right sides, so you attach here, don't you? Yeah, you do. Okay, so that is correct. So we're just gonna line you up. You're gonna have a lot of overhang, but I think you're gonna be fine. Alright, so starting over. Just now on a different side. Get that in there, and then we're gonna continue with the lining layer. Put you down. Give me my string. This is just a straight line, so there should not be any hiccups. Knocking on wood, so I don't jinx that. Okay. Okay. Don't pull it. That's bad Oh, it's done. Just so tentative that the thing just keeps stuttering. It's like, come on. Be confident in your sewing. Confidence. Out. Okay. Just making sure I have these two free so I can move them around. Alright. Getting places. No, actually, I think you might. Nope, nope, nope. You are so misaligned, but like in a way that it is fine. Right. Okay, please stay. Too much back and forth at the end of a thingy might make my string break, which I don't like, but you know, consequences of my actions. I need to be careful with my back and forth sewing, but I'm still gonna make sure this one doesn't go bad. One second while I rethread this needle. Lick it. Put it in there. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, it's like the tiniest string that makes this so hard. Okay. Come on. Where are my scissors? Where are you? I had you here like a second ago. Where did you go? There you are. Scissors. The eye of the needle is just very, very, very tiny on these, so to be careful. My browser keeps closing your stream and it shows me the tabs for the paper I'm supposed to be writing instead. Well, maybe you should do that and just put me in the background. I'm happy to be in the background. Write your paper, please. Do not let me stop you. Please. I'm great background noise. Hey. That's on me. That was a little knotted, I think. Okay. What? Okay, I see. There you are. Okay, now both of you go under, please. There you are. Please, no more jingles. Thank you. And now we're going to calmly finish this seam. There we go. Sometimes I'm just a little bit too aggressive with my seams. Okay, so side panel complete. I love that it just gets like progressively longer. I will let you stop me from writing the paper. Also, I'm late. I'm not doing anything but chill and hang out with Juno and cosplay plans. Aww. Well, then you're very happy to stay. To make sure that the sleeve hole is fine though. But that should be okay. Because the last shirt had a way too small like sleeve hole. So I'm trying to fix that this round. This way round. Okay, so next one, other side. Ta-ta, ta-ta. Yeah, funnily enough, these are like way misaligned, as you can kind of see. Because I always get very anxious, and when there's like a curve, I'm like, okay, let's just make a little bit more than necessary. And I did, and it's not necessary to have this, but it is there. So here we are. All right, put this away. Now we're gonna line this up correctly. Evenly, straightly. Move this, move that. Make sure you're good and well aligned. And let's put you down. Move my strings into this direction. Very good. We are. Very good. Attach, align. Okay. Okay. Align, align, align. That sounds like I'm saying alone in German. Not my intention. Align with the G. It's like align the lines. Because I'm never alone when I'm with chat. I've got you. Look at you, doing so good. I say, as that thread comes out fucked. But like, only slightly fucked. Just a little fucked. Fucked in a way that is actually okay. Alright, I'm gonna get out a safety pin. And I'm gonna see how the sleeves are doing. Or I can actually technically just lay them on the floor. Align them, and then compare them to the sleeves of my previous project to see if I've done them correctly this time. Or rather, just large enough in the first place. I think it should be fine. I think we should be fine. Maybe. Right? Yeah. No, we're okay, I think. Yeah. As long as I don't shorten them too much, we should be okay. And with the lining layer, that should be fine as well. Okay, so we now have a big honkin' amount of pieces that are now together. Look at this. Like a, what is it called? Like the paper dolls. Yay! Okay. This is now done. This is the outer layer, the outer shell. We're just gonna fold this up, keep it to the side, and now we're gonna work on the layer, inner layer. So I think I'm gonna, should I switch up? I'm gonna do a test strand and see. Because like the inner layer doesn't matter too much to me, but I just still want to make sure that it looks okay from an outsider's perspective. Ta-da. Okay. Then I'll pull this apart. I think it should be fine. See? This jersey. This is what I was afraid of with the main fabric. This fabric just broke all of my stitches apart when I stretched it. Can you see the gaps? It's not supposed to do that. So I'm going to try that again with zigzag stitches. See, this is important to test out beforehand. That's why I do test strands, because I wouldn't have noticed until it was too late. And then I already used up my meter. That would have been very bad. I couldn't recut those. And resewing might damage the fabric initially. Okay, so I'm going to turn you over to zigzag stitch. Yeah. Okay. Width, we're going to go for like 3, and then we're going to see how that works. Okay. Let's see. Might be too big of a zigzag, but we'll see. Okay. Okay, that should be okay. Nope. Still, I mean, sure. It's it's not likely to stretch that much. But it still did break one of my stitches, so there's that. But zigzag is the way to go, that's for sure. For jersey, especially. Like this, there should be no problem. But like jersey is stretchable in like multiple like directions. So we have this way. We have with a little bit less give in this way as well. But this way is the. Does that mean I stretched in the wrong direction? No. Well, it is stretchable. That's good. Yay. Alright. So we're gonna just align these the correct way. So good side to good side, which means I need to have this one. And then attach it at the corners. And then like we did before, just different this way. Piece done. Piece done forever. We do not have to change it again. Yes, exactly. You're so correct. Piece done. No more. Okay. Zigzag. I'm gonna have to stress test it again, I think. I'm gonna just go 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, just go there. That should be the shit. Okay. Let's make sure you're all good there. Then we just pray. You're down, that's good. Now I need to make really sure that I don't stretch this, because if I stretch it, it's gonna start going wee, and we don't like that. We don't want that. So I'm gonna be very careful. Just softly lay these on top of each other. Okay. Sewing machine montage. Woo! I say that, and then nothing happened. Don't hide from me, fabric. Come on. You can do better. Very focused, because I really don't want to mess this up, because, you know, pulling this apart is going to be way more painful, because jersey likes to rip very easily with, you know, needles. Don't scare me like that. Don't do a little hop like that. I don't like that. Stop that. Makes me think I popped my top string again. Hey. Stop it. Don't do that. Getting close to the end. Very good. Okay. Come on. Just align it a little bit more. This. Okay. Yay! I'm gonna stress test it again, just in case. But we should be okay. What? No. Interesting. Okay. Should be okay. Should be okay. I'm nervous about this, but we should be okay. We should be okay. All right. Next side. Let's go. Because like these are like the trickiest ones, right? Because I'm going around curves, and curves are scary. So now, there we go. Ta-da. There you go. There it goes down the drain. Lost forevermore. Good sides together. Right? Well. Yes. Just got confused because I did it the other way around just now, and that threw me off. I can differentiate my left from my right, I swear. Yes, this is correct. It's correct, Juno. Come on, trust in yourself. You know what you're doing. Sometimes. Only sometimes. Okay. Careful now. I'm gonna ruin my work. Alright, another sewing montage. Woo! Yeah, come on. Got it. Just don't pull it. The golden rule of it all is don't pull the jersey fabric. Brave soul. Working with stretchy fabric. Well, it is a necessary step. Everything else about this outfit is non-stretchy, so this is like the only thing that is like a little worrisome. Fine. Okay. It's windy outside, which is nice. It looks spooky from there, but I am getting like ventilation without having my noisy ass ventilator on. So that's very nice for me. Interesting. Now I'm kind of worried I did something wrong, but I don't think so. No. Because this side is like wildly misaligned, but this one is like completely matched up, so I'm like, what the fuck did I do? How the fuck did I get right on one side and then wrong on the other? What happened? But, front done. So now we do the sides. Like, this is a really quick project. Like, this shirt is technically really quick. Technically. The next one, the shirt, which comes on top, I need to work chronologically from, like, bottom layer to top layer, because the top layer has to fit over all of the other layers, so I need to make sure that I have the correct thickness of layers underneath, so it doesn't, like, become too tight at the top. So I can wear all of it together and fit test it with all of the right thicknesses, because this one is going to be thicker than intentional, and then there's going to be a thin chiffon layer, but it's definitely still, you know, more thickness that has you know, it makes everything a little different with the fake leather on top. So I'm just making sure that I've got everything correctly. So I need to work chronologically. Next one is gonna be the overshirt. I don't know if we're gonna be, how quick we're gonna get there, because I might need to split this shirt also up into two, but I don't think so, because like, at the rate we're going, it has been 2 hours. If we work till midnight, maybe we're gonna finish this one today, but I don't know, because there's a lot of seam finishing and stuff that needs to be still done. So we're gonna see how that goes, if I need to postpone this, because like we have like 18 streams until my deadline is, like, I need to have it finished, right? Like, we've still got some time, but we also have a lot to do, so I don't want to settle anywhere just yet. I want to chill about it, because it's not chill. I have a month to finish this. A month! So. Ta-da. Come on, get aligned! There we go. Okay. Go. That's gonna be very uneven, but that's okay. Have to be careful not to go too fast. I'm just like breezing through this, but I have to make sure it's all aligned. And make sure that my string doesn't break. Oh, fascinating. Benito on one side. And now I do the other side. Side number 1 done. Hello? What happened here? Did we lose string? Why? What happened? Fuck! Okay, we need to go back. Emergency surgery. Right? Alright. Apparently I missed a few stitches for some reason or other. I thought I double stitched you. What do you mean? Okay. Gonna have to double stitch in the middle here then. Fold. There we go. Move it. Okay, now we're okay. Now we're okay. now we move on to the other side. Alright, now good sides together. And align. And there we go. Yep. We're spookifying the machine. It wants to be a goth ghost. There we go. Okay. Align it. Align it! And desmile. Desmile? Yes, German. And this time we do it properly. To make sure that I do it this time, because if I do like several smaller stitches, there's more likelihood that it'll break and untie itself. See? Okay, good. Ta-da! Not too fast and not too stretch. My brain is currently going into like a spiral. I'm trying to be like, okay, you're on stream. Be mentally here, please. Because, you know, this kind of task is like, I use my hands but not my brain. So sometimes my brain just goes, wee, and then I just need to zap back into the moment and be like, okay, you're live on stream. You haven't talked in literal seconds. Please come back. Yeah, that's smart to do the layers from inside to outside. Yeah, so like, we're going out. Because then I can just lay them on top of each other and sew them together. Okay. So, there we go. String cut itself again because I was too wild. Hello, sorry. Let's try that one again. Blem. Okay, my scissors. I know I have my like string scissors somewhere. Just don't know where, and I don't want to look for them. Come on, I know you can do it. This thing is like a millimeter wide, by the way. Like, I'm struggling. It's fine. It's there. Okay. So, we now have more big fabric piece. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim off all of the excess fabric, and I'm gonna iron it, because I think that's a good idea. Tie off the strings. I think that's a good idea as well. And then we're gonna lay them on top of each other. Then we're gonna see where we go from there. I don't do linings usually. I don't do them. So I'm kind of like out of my depth. Out of my depth in this one. Depth. Oh yeah, I have my cute little fabrics, like scissors that my friend brought me, which is like in the shape of a bird. Back because I forgot it at their place last time. Sad. Okay. So do I bring you through and then tie you off? That might be a good idea. If I can in any way do that. Don't think I can. Unless I use like a needle, which do I have one here? No, but I have one over there. Ta-da! Being a messy sometimes is like good because I just have shit lying around. That is actually helpful. Okay. It's different. It's not the right one. I need you. Tiny thread holes, by the way. It's incredibly tiny. Which way around do you go? I don't want to open this entire thing. Essentially, I can just cut these off. It's fine. Let's just cut these off. Because I sewed them in quite well. So let's just give me the tub. And we're gonna start snipping. Or start snipping away. Dun. Snip. Snip. And the multiple stringers. Snip. 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 Already snipped for me. Snip. Here. Snip. There. Here. Snip there. Very, like, a lot of people just take the strings and then take a needle and by hand sew them into the lining so they hold better, but I cannot be bothered right now. So, I'm not gonna do that. Don't worry, just sewing arm ASMR is nice too. Yeah, but still, I feel bad for not talking. Because that's what technically you've come here to see me do, is talk. As a streamer, you know? I usually talk, so why not now? Because I'm focused. Focused little fella. Alright. There. Where are ye? There you are. Boop. There. 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 Dip. That's already been snipped quite close. That's nice. Alright, so this one is done being snipped. So I'm gonna snip this one. Whoop. And after we've snipped that, I'm gonna start cutting down the sewing. So sewing allowance. Sew allowance. Slowance. The slowance. Boop. There. Snip, snop. Go on. I said schnop. Snoop, schnop. There. There. That's short enough. You need to be trimmed. Okay. Alright, so now I need my big scissors again. Please don't break. What did you do? The fuck did you just do? Nothing. Okay. 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 I might need a little iPad again because I can not necessarily read the. Come on. You know my. You know this. Do I know this? Maybe. Move you, move this, move that, so I can read chat a little better. Okay. So we're gonna try and snip off some of this allowance a little closer to that. I think that's close enough actually, but this is where it tapers out and that's what I don't like. So we're gonna shut off the sewing machine because currently I don't need it. And then in a second we're gonna get out my iron, my hot iron, and then we're gonna open these babies up. So they're nice and flat when I sew them together. Ta-da. Snip. Okay. Snip, snop. There we are. Next one. Need to be very careful that I don't snip snop into the actual fabric itself and only do the seam allowance because that is like a treacherous road. Because I do not have more of this fabric. This is like my last attempt to make this look good. Okay. Not much went off here, but you know. That's gonna have some more, but I think that's also the side seam of the main one. So, of course. There we go. Heavy ass scissors, dude. God. Okay. Nothing happened. Okay. See? That's already it. Just some seam trimming. This one needs to do that as well. This one definitely needs to get ironed. For sure. Because it is very wrinkly. The other fabric is way heavier, which means it doesn't need to be ironed necessarily because it doesn't get wrinkles that easily. This one I have to be really careful with. Just gonna go very, very slow. We're getting somewhere. We're going places. Yay! Stay. Good. Okay. So I have the feeling like this sewing allowance is way bigger than the one on the initial shirt, so I'm just kind of worried. Technically this doesn't impede much, so it doesn't really matter whether I trim it or not. But I'm still gonna trim it anyways. Equity in that stuff. Are you winning, girl? Evil iron. Well, it's a good iron technically. But yeah, I'm winning. I'm winning. Sleepy but winning. I hope we can finish this tonight, but I doubt it with how tired I'm getting. But we might be able to at least... Well, if I do sew it together, then we're technically already done. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how far I can get tonight. Also, hello, creepy. I don't know if I said that. Hello. You. Hi. Donk. Come on. Donk it. We're definitely gonna iron it. That's for sure. Iron the seams open. And then we're gonna see how far we can get with the actual sewing. It's a cold breeze that comes into this room. It's very nice. A nightly little breeze. Okay. You fit. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Yes. Now you. It's like I'm just halving, like cutting this sewing allowance in half. Because I left so much sewing allowance that it is essentially like impeding now. Any improvement is a good improvement. That's fair, yeah. There is a lot of improvement for sure. That I will admit. We're doing better, I think. I hope. But I think, you know, improvement instead of like in terms of progress, also yeah, we're there's progress. We've sewn them all together. Now we just need to sandwich them. Okay. So, need to be very, very careful because I don't want to cut into the body of this because that would be really unfortunate. There we go. Okay, getting there. There. Silently focused cutting. Not too close. There. Whoop, whoop. There. Last seam. Okay. And then I'm gonna get my ironing board. Ouch. Gonna iron the seams. And iron the... We're gonna iron the body of the fabric as well. Jersey is such a fucking fabric to work with. It is a pain in the ass, really. I would not wish this upon anybody, really. And here I am, doing it to myself. Well, I chose this, and here we are. Okay. Last seam done. Now I'm gonna get my ironing board. And alongside my ironing board, I'm also gonna get another thing, but first ironing board. Ironing board and ironing iron. Hello. Any spiders? Nope. Okay. No spiders on this one, which is lovely. I think. They might be hiding. Honestly, at this point, they might be everywhere. Okay. Are you stable? Stable as can be. Alright. I'm gonna plug in the cable of the ironing board thing. And do you fit in here? Yes. There you are. Alright. That's gonna heat up while I look for a different thing because I need trim. I hope I still have enough. Where is that trim? I have no idea. It might be where all of my other niche stuff is, though. So that is very likely. How likely? I don't know. Okay, so we have the knees. You can't even see that, sorry. That's that. There we are. Nope, wrong. It's for the vest. It's for the belt. Where did I put you? This is a great question. Do I even still have you? Did I throw you away out of frustration? Hope not. This and that. When did I put you? I have no idea. I'd like to know. Please, oh please, tell me. Where the fuck did I put my shirt? My knives, they're going anywhere and everywhere. Oh no. Okay. Back in there you go. I'm gonna try and find I have my trimming. It's not this. It's not there. It's not anywhere. I can't be. I had it somewhere. I know this. Okay. I'm gonna look in here. That. Just a monster can. Because if I do not find this trimming, that is a valid reason for me to postpone the finishing of this until Wednesday, because the trimming is very important to the integrity and the, overall finish of this. And if I can't find it, that would be very bad. So I'd like to find it. So while that heats up... Oh, well, I found it. Okay. Good. Should still have enough. This is fake leather trimming. And I can also just cut this down the middle. So if I don't have enough, I still have this. So that's okay. Because, it's, quadruple layered, right? It's like a little... It's folded inwards and also glued there. So I could technically cut it down the middle and still have enough of that. Okay, good. This is very good. Fucking hate jersey fabrics. Yeah, support you. Support your hate. That's good to know. Okay. So it's just... there's not that it's gonna hold on this jersey, but we are trying our best, Trying our very darndest to make this work. Mostly I just want the seams to lay flat. Everything else doesn't matter. The seams are the most important bits. So I'm just pressing those flat and open so they don't bulk up the fabric from inside the garment. Because if they lay nice and flat, they shouldn't impede on any of the outer layers, and if you're doing a lining, all of the seams should lay flat. That is technically very important. If you don't want to do that, that's also on you. That is just how you want to do things. That's totally fine. But if you want it to look very, very nice and very, very proper, press your seams. So that's what I'm doing. Pressing my seams. So nobody can yell at me. The people who know what they're doing, So we are so hot. That's not good. Let's calm down a little bit, shall we? We need to burn the fabric. We don't need to cook it. We need to just have enough heat to press open the seams. So calm down. I have cut these too short, but that's on me. That's my faux pas. My fox pa. Po. Pee pa po. The seams across where the curves are the most tricky to lay flat because they just want to curl up and not be there. And that's so real of them, but also I need them to do their job and lay open and lay flat. So I can't allow them to do what I would want to do in any social situation gathering, or just curl up into a corner and cry. Because you can't do that. You are now at your job as a garment, and you can't just lay down and cry. That's not allowed. Sorry. No crying in my garment pile. Only I get to cry. I have the cry privilege. If I want to cry, I will. You can't. You can't cry. You're not allowed. Okay. Like CPR. that's gonna be as flat as it's gonna get, so I'll be okay with that, I think. I have to be, because there's no other way. Okay. Straight seams, love to lay flat. Anything else? Very stubborn. Da-da. Come on. Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it. Pave the way, put you back into it. Da, 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 da. Okay. No more creases. No creases. Only lay flat in curve. Come on. Don't want to burn my leg once more. I've been burnt too many times by various devices, so I'm just trying to not touch my leg with the literal hot iron. Or my fingers, for that matter, which I just touched, but only the nail, so nothing is smelling of burning yet. Until I put this thing smack dab on my hand, because I'm tired. Okay. This seam just does not want to be like that. Come on. You can do it. Please. Open for me. Open for mama. Open, please. Please? Please? Police? Not the police. Do not open for the police. Well, do open, because you're legally required to, but like... don't. Open. Okay, this is fine. Just moving on. Last seam on the jersey, and then we can move on to more pleasant fabrics to iron. To Ireland. Okay. Stop it. Dun. There and there. Kind of open. Good fabric. Alright. Donezo. You go here, you stay open, and now the other fabric, which might need a little bit more heat actually. Press these seams, please. Okay. Yep, you need more heat actually. You need to lay flat, baby. Does not want to. Okay. Okay, so whatever will be, will be. Okay, don't touch it. Very hot. Very hot. I say, immediately burning myself on the fabric again. Well, it does not really want to lay flat, but I don't know what to do about that. So either I lay it on its side, or I try my very best just to have it stay open. Come on, come on, come on. Well, it is a very springy, very plasticky one, so... well... I hate you. Stop that. This is like the most important seam to lay flat, and it's like, no. Okay. Guess we're not ironing you then. Just lost cause. Okay, again, we're gonna unplug the light to unplug this. So you're gonna just cool off. Hello. Ass shot. I'm gonna let you just watch the floor with me while I work this. Well, technically, it's like this. So this is like, what? Like this. Aha. Alright. Now I need to just make sure all of these are nice and aligned. And then we can technically trim off all of the excess now. I think maybe. It is. Okay. We might need a needle, some needles for this to have, to make it very aligned, but we'll see about that when the time comes. Okay. Scary. Very scary. There we go. On. Puppies. I think I'm gonna do like the bottom layer last. So I think what would be a good last layer to do? Doing only like the sides, right? I'm gonna have to start at one of the collars. Gonna have to start at there. Okay. But that technically also means I need to start with the gripping you. Need to start with this. And I'm really scared that this is not gonna work out with the trim, right? I'm a little scared that this is not gonna work, but well, only one way to find out, I suppose, if it works or not. I think. Oh goodness gracious! Now I have to do brain math, because best way to do that is technically to thinking. So if I go all around, then sew that together like that, and then turn it inside out, that should work, right? Right? Okay. Brain is braining very slowly today. But that's just how brain is. Slow. Ta-da. Okay. bit longer so it can stick out on both ends. I'm gonna cut it down the middle because I don't need that much. Nerve-wracking, this whole ordeal. Nerve-wracking. Okay, emergency snack. Why shouldn't it work? Well, sometimes I do things wrong, you know. That happens. Believe it or not. No problem. Rinse that out. This way. And it's also like, it's 3 layers of fabric, right? 3! Technically 4, because the piece of fake leather is like, is 2 folded into 1, right? So, even more cause for me to have many concern. Okay. End up right there. That one ends up there. I should trim that. So I don't get any ideas to cut it incorrectly. Maybe I should just start on this side. So I see this side that's already trimmed correctly. Okay, so that's the collar. The collar has that. So there's the sleeves. But I'm not going to do the bottom because that's just excessive. Okay. There. Can have a little bit sticking out because it will also stick out up there. So it's just, oh, I'm scared. Because, like, it could majorly fuck up and, like, tear my fabric. So I'm kind of scared of it a little. Alright. Birds outside. The night birds. Okay. You're fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Totally. Okay. Also need to make sure that we are now back on one line and not zigzag, because this does not require zigzag. Okay. If everything goes well, this should work. Scary. making sure we're still alive. Sometimes I see stuff. See? That worked. Yes! Oh my god, perfect. Perfect! It worked! Oh my god. Oh, I'm so happy. Sure, it's gonna be a little bit big and I might have to sew over this. Maybe. If it doesn't lay flat immediately. But oh my god, it worked! Oh my god, it worked! Oh, I'm so happy. It worked! Okay, so now. Should I look? Yeah, no, this is fine. So let's just go over here. And so, right over there. Ta-da, ta-da. Very nice, very nice. Yep, that's fine. Okay, 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 okay. Now I can kind of just sew down here, technically, but that is also what the sleeve is, which means this is their collar piece. Need to be careful with that. So I have this all the way down there. Technically also all the way up this way. Is it smart to have this be a continuous piece? I hope so. Should be okay. Should be smart. And since I can just split it, it should be fine lengthwise. Also for the middle part. I think I might have just enough for this entire thing. Like, I might not have anything over by the end of this. Which is very funny. Okay, so. Careful now. This is the beginning part of the sleeve. Yes. Have to make sure I put the right sides together. much fabric everywhere. Scared of it. Scared that it'll go wrong. This might go well with my plan of taking very little off at the sleeves, so I have the biggest sleeve holes available to me. Okay. God. I think the first one to chicken out of this is my back. But, with the tempo we're going at right now, we might be finishing this before 1 a.m., which is great. And by finish, I mean like this entire thing. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna open this up like a smidge. I think I went a little too far. Are we all too far with the stitches here, so I am impeding on the space I need for my little set in. There we go. That should be fine now. There we go. Okay. There. So, alright. Should be okay. No squeezing. No, okay. We're okay. We're okay. It's okay. It's bedtime for me. I wish luck with finishing tonight. Goodbye. Alright, have fun. Sleep well. I'll see you another time. I will sleep well later on the couch. Which is currently, like, this is all covering, like, my blanket and everything. I just didn't want my messy bed to be the backdrop of today's stream. So I cleaned it up. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. I'm like so scared that these things are not gonna line up, but I've done everything correctly. And I will be fine. And I am fine. It is all a-okay. Should not be worried, but I am. You know me. Also just do a little peekaboo. Should be fun. We're totally okay. Okay, come on. You can do it, you can do it. We're doing so well. Except for my back. That one's not doing too well, but... well, when is it ever doing well at all? Okay, we'll get there when we get there first. Take care of this section. Now, I can align this. Okay. Here. Whoop. Come on. We're doing so good. Look at that. Okay. This is like a tricky part because I need to sew over one of my seams. I need to make sure that they're not only aligned, but also, well, aligned, it doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to make sure, I need to make sure that this is like, that it gets sewn together, because it's not really doing it. Okay. Supposed to do that. That's not good. I mean, it's fine, but it's could have been, you know, better with you, baby. First obstacle. That's okay. We can work around this. This is fine. But so far, a little bit more than I wanted. But if it works, it works. It's good to know. This is a little bit longer than initially intended. Technically, the trimming is not this amount because it's a little much, but that's okay. It's on the sleeves. Maybe we'll do better on the other side. Okay, just to like check in via my little mistake over here. Ta-da. Let's see. God, it is warm in here. It's the middle of the night. Stop being so warm. I also need to rethread this. Forgot about that. So I need to rethread the little spool in a second. Well, not in a second, but in a little bit for sure. open you up. Okay, stay open while I slide one there. Okay. Fix it. Now, back to where we were. Going places. So next seems like right around the corner, so I'm gonna have to be careful about that one too then. Immediately like open you up. Okay. Okie dokie. Alright, we're getting places. We're getting places! Woo! Okay. So all of the bones cracking at the same time. We're getting there. Okay. Lay flat, please. See? Thank you. Lay down. Sitz Platz aus. Okay. Lots of careful adjusting over here. Maybe I should install like a hand cam, but the little other camera is too far away. The cable doesn't reach this far. Unfortunately, sorry. Okay. The cheese. turn. Still needs this and still needs that. The rest can just go the other side. Then we have one sleeve done. In a second. Not yet, but soon. Turn. This way. Good. Alright. Sandwiched. Okie dokie. I'm also noticing the quieter and more focused I get, the tireder and more focused I get, the quieter I get. So I'm sorry if there's very little commentary. I'm just like very focused on getting this right. Because I only have like this one shot left. I don't have more. Make sure I don't fuck this up. One sleeve thing done. So now, the trickiest part, which is the middle part, because there's a lot of like edges and corners. Kind of tempted to leave it here and like continue and finish it on Wednesday, because I'm getting tired. I was like, I'm on a roll. It is midnight. We've been streaming for 3.5 hours. I think for the progress we've done, this is okay. I don't think I'm gonna finish it tonight, and I need sleep. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna finish it here, I'm gonna leave it here, and I'm gonna hate myself next time because I'm leaving myself like the most difficult part, and then the other sleeve, and then getting to finish it. But yay. We get to finish it next time. Not today. I'm tired. I wanna. But we did some progress, which is good. I like progress. Progress is always good. And this one should then be the middle part. Oh god, nerve-wracking to only have like this, like exactly as much as I need left. But yeah. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna leave it at this for now. Sleepy time is fast approaching. Very fast. As in, it is already midnight and I'm knackered. So, I'm gonna clean up and then I'm gonna go to bed. But we did a lot today. So we cut out the lining layer. We sewed together the lining layer and we sewed together the outer layer. And we are in the process of sewing both of those together, which is a hard process. So next time we're gonna finish this because I well believe that next time this will be finished. That's for sure. Whether or not we start a next thing is up for debate, but we have a lot more streams this week about Inej, so if we finish this on Wednesday, it's okay if that's the only thing we finish. Then I'm gonna start cutting out stuff for the sleeves. For not the sleeves. I'm gonna start cutting out stuff for the shirt. See, I'm very tired. I'm gonna cut out stuff for the overshirt. And then I should, until that point, make sure that I have a guide on the sleeve patterns, because then we might even start painting on the sleeves, because there's a lot of details on the sleeves. And I have gold paint for fabrics, which may or may not be the wrong gold paint, but is also the wrong color for the shirt, so I might redo the shirt at some point and do better colors. But I don't have the money for the correct like chiffon, because this is not silk chiffon, this is normal chiffon. But it works for my purposes, so I'm using it and I'm keeping it. But bam. So it's not going to be 100% accurate, but I'm okay with 80 to 90%. Alright, at least as long as it looks authentic, I'm okay. Like, it's fine. But yeah. Yay progress. Much achieved today. We did a lot more than last time, for sure. So Wednesday's gonna be the next one, where we finish the top, and then I'm gonna do a try on, and then we're gonna see how much I've improved from the first version to the next one. Yippee. So yeah, I'm gonna send you off now. It was a lot of fun, and I got a lot of things done, which I'm very proud of. So now I'm gonna go and leave you to your own device. I'm gonna eat something, and then I'm gonna go to bed, because I'm very hungry still. Remember? Very hungry. So, I'm gonna go eat. But yeah, I hope you also had fun. There's gonna be a lot more streams like this for the month of September, because in October there's the con, and I really want everything to be done until then. So there's that. Okay, so I'm gonna send you over to the goodbye screen. My keyboard is down there, so I need to lean down. But yeah, hope you had fun. If you want to check out any news or anything else relevant to stream, you can also check out the Discord, which is linked below. And until then, till the next time, till tomorrow, where we, I think, play Genshin, I'm pretty sure. Until then, I mean, I haven't posted my schedule yet, which I still need to do, so maybe I will do that. I will do that tomorrow. I'll be a healthy human being and just go to bed. I'll post the schedule tomorrow, I swear. And then, yeah. Till then.